Well, hello there. I'm delighted to welcome you to this video where I'm going to share with you the 3 critical questions. These are just so powerful, and I believe that once you know them, you'll use them in the way I use them, which is you'll answer them before any meeting of consequence, and you'll answer them before writing any piece of direct marketing, such as an email or a direct mailing piece or a postcard or even a website. They really are very simple and yet really powerful. And towards the end of this video, I'll explain how I used them at a meeting not so long ago that really worked out so well for me. Here are the questions. Question number 1, what do they want most? And the they in this situation is the person that you're speaking to or you're writing to. So if you're going into a meeting, it would be the person or people in the meeting, or it would be the recipient of your written communication or your video communication. So what do they want most? Now, here's the important part. It isn't what do they want more than something else. It's what do they want most. And the reason it's the superlative, the most rather than the more, the comparative, is it forces our minds, you and I, when we do this, to make sure we're absolutely focusing on the number one thing that is going to make the difference in that conversation. So if it was a sales conversation, you were seeing a client, a customer, a patient, whatever it might be, it is what is the key thing, the number one thing that they want to get out of the meeting? What do they want to be supplied with by us? But it won't necessarily be the product or the service. It'll be what the product or service does for them. So question number 1, what do they want most? Let's imagine you're going into a meeting that's not a sales type meeting. It's not a client and buyer and seller arrangement. It's a meeting with somebody at work. It's a meeting about a project you've got going. What do they want most? Taking that time to sit down and go through that answer, even if you do a list to start with, and then prioritize that list afterwards to say, yes, that's what they want most. Question number 2. Very simple, this, but really powerful. Question number 2. Why do they want it? What is the driver that's making that the number one? Why do they want that particular outcome, that particular result, that particular product, that particular service, that particular feature, that particular benefit, that particular action to take place? Why do they want it? Remember, it's the why that drives people's behavior, because this is the emotional side of things rather than the logical side of things. If they don't know why, they probably won't try. And that why has got 2 faces. It's either a way motivated in the sense of there's something they don't want, that's why they want what they want, or there's something they do want, so there's a towards motivational impact. So again, taking the time, this is what professionals do, isn't it? We take the time before we do things to make sure we are totally prepared. So answer the question, why do they want it? And the third question is this. What would stop them buying it? What would stop them doing it? What would stop them agreeing to it? What would stop them involving themselves? What would stop them, whatever is appropriate based on the 3 questions? So incredibly simple. What do they want most? Why do they want it? And what would stop them buying it, if I'm going to use the buying and selling example of it? So simple and yet so profound. Let me give you an example of this. I've just got my notes here. Right? I was going to see a client of mine based in Europe, and I'd done some work with them before and training their salespeople both in the UK and a little bit of the European sales team. And I had a meeting with the sales director of the whole of the European organisation, albeit I met him in London. And I sat down with him and I'd prepared to find out the information that I needed for the 3 questions. What did he want most? Well, I knew that what he wanted most was that he wanted to be the man that was responsible for the increase in the sales team's performance. Why did he want it? The reason was that the company was in the process of being taken over by a larger company, and he wanted to secure his place in the new organisation. And what would stop that happening for him was the belief of the other directors on the board, even though he believed in my ability to deliver the outcome. So you can imagine that once I knew the answers to those 3 questions, what did he want most? Why did he want it? What would stop it happening? I was able far better to prepare not only my proposal, but the demonstration that I did for the other directors. So, what are the downsides in this particular idea about the 3 critical questions? It's this: it takes time. It does take time to sit down and list all of the possibilities and then prioritise them so that we really are only left with 3 key ideas: most, why, and stopped. Once we've got that clarity, amazing things happen in our meetings. So the upsides are we write better copy, we have better meetings, we get better results. If the answers to 3 simple questions, 3 critical but simple questions can do that, no wonder that people use them all the time. If you've got any questions whatsoever about this, you know where to contact me. It's peter@theachieversclub.com, or post a comment in the Facebook group, however you wish to contact me, and I'll certainly come back to you. I hope you can take these away and use them as powerfully as I've used them in the past. I wish you every success in all your adventures in life. From me, goodbye for now.